Hey guys, back with another video to show you how to solo the first section of the raid using a hunter today. A patch was recently released by Bungie that removed the physics impulse from the explosion on the light pillars in this section. So jumping on top of them in the previous video that I actually uploaded using the Titan and getting shot into the air off the light pillars no longer works. So the explosions still happen, but they no longer knock you into the air or knock you forward or backwards. So the way to do it now, there is a couple of other ways where you can jump up to there, but this particular way works with the hunter and it'll let you run the entire section, and it's a really fun way to do it as well. So I'm going to get into the specification, get into the gear that you'll need to do it, and then I'll demonstrate it after this little bit of an introduction. So you want to be using Blade Dancer, of course. You want to be spec'd into agility. As far as my setup goes, I use Escape Artist so that when I melee an enemy I turn invisible. I also use Shadow Jack to increase the duration of the invisibility effects. When you are invisible, the enemies do not target you, so it leaves you free to basically run away, which is very handy in this section. And I use Stalker, so if I do kneel for a short amount of time, I also turn invisible again. You could also use Vanish. I tend to use Razor's Edge because I like to, if I do get into trouble, I pull the super and I use Razor's Edge to basically throw a big wave into a pool of Thrall, and it will wipe them all out very quickly. But you can also use Vanish to get some even more invisibility. But the basic spec is go as much agility as you can. You can get more agility by speccing into fleet-footed, but you will lose Shadow Jack. Shadow Jack is honestly more important in this particular setup. So that is your spec, and the weapon you want to use is the Mida Mulitool. This has been a technique that's been known about basically since the first week the raid was out, but it's something I never did because I never really had a Mida that was upgraded. I had one sitting in the bank, and I thought I might as well do it and give it a shot. The Mida has +2 character agility on a lightweight perk, but it also has this. This weapon boosts move speed and fires on a hair trigger. So it has 2 perks that will help you to move faster. And in this section, when the weight of darkness is upon your character, it slows you down. This helps to negate a lot of that. So you can move incredibly fast throughout the Thrall section, even when you have a lot of weight of darkness on you. Very cool. And of course, the other thing that really helps here is the Don't Touch Me gauntlets. Xur was selling these a couple of weeks ago. If you bought them, you're going to be in for some fun because these are some great things to use. The Defensive Reflex perk means that when you take damage from a melee, it briefly turns you invisible. Very handy because this whole section, start to finish, Thralls are trying to melee you. You get hit, you turn invisible, it breaks their tracking, you're free to keep going. Amazing setup. So that's it. Spec like that, use the Mida Mulitool, and have the Don't Touch Me gauntlets equipped. Make sure you have the Mida Mulitool in your hands. It only works when it's the weapon that you have currently equipped and in your hands. What I'll do now, I'll cut to my successful run, show you how to get through start to finish. There'll be no commentary. I just thought I'd do a bit of a brief explanation and show you how it all works and what you will need. So I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you have a bit of fun running through the entire Thrall section, and I hope you get yourself some nice gear. Until the next video, we'll see you later.
Ugh.